Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Coach Bailey Cooper, and thanks for clicking that play button. I encourage you to subscribe, hit that bell so you get notified when new videos come, and comment below on your best ideas. And today I want to talk to you guys about the benefits of selling from a script. And this is a four-part series, and what I want to teach you is the benefits, how I sold myself on selling from a script, and then I want to kind of share with you how to write a script, and that's going to take 3 different videos to go through.
Now, the definition of a script is words in a sequence that have meaning. So, in reality, every conversation that we have is scripted. Now, many of it is not prepared, but every conversation that we have is scripted. So, we have an internal script in our mind that works at about 500 words per minute. So, the first step in sales scripting is identifying core internal scripts that are either helping you or hurting you. And the way that you can realize these scripts, you can go back in one of my YouTube videos and it'll elaborate a little bit more. And the video is titled How to Train Yourself to Attract Success. So what you would need to do is identify empowering or disempowering beliefs. Replace your disempowering beliefs with positive affirmations and say them over a period of 30 days until you've reprogrammed your mind with positive beliefs. And this is going to develop a positive self-image, which you're going to start to slowly attract positive things into your life because you're not going to focus on negative things. And what you focus on, we tend to attract. Here's something to ponder. If you had $86,400 in your bank account and somebody just outright stole $100 from you, would you waste the $86,300 to retaliate and get back at that one person that took $10 from you? You probably wouldn't. Well, that's what we do in our day when we let somebody steal our peace over 10 seconds of negativity that they spew into our world, whether it be a post on social media or they call you to rant, and you have 86,400 seconds in a day. So don't let somebody taking 10 seconds away from your day ruin the rest of your day. But subconsciously, when you have these beliefs, that's what happens, is that you're attracted to that and it fuels you, and without knowing it, you seek out those negative ideas to complement your belief system. Now, it's not right and it's not wrong, it just is. Your subconscious mind's purpose is to protect you. Like when you have a really great idea and you speak it out loud, what's going to happen is your subconscious mind is going to deter you from taking action on that idea because of the risk. It wants to protect you from failure. And that's just the way that we're wired. So the best advice that anybody's ever given me is that when you got a good idea, take action on it within 5 seconds. And you are sure to find out really quickly whether it's a good idea or not. But if you don't take any action on it, you're never going to find out. So I encourage you to take action on writing a script, on making sure that it has the correct content, that it's in the right sequence, and reverse engineer it. Try it out. There's only one way to find out if it works or not, and it's beta testing it. And this is what I did that really helped catapult me to sales success, was identifying a proven script that works and using it over the course of 10 appointments, and then adding to it or taking away from it and trying that on another 10 appointments, and so on and so forth. So my sales mountain for in-home sales looks like this. And this is a one-call close. So I have lead generation, and there's many ways that I generate leads. I generate leads from door knocking. I have social media posts. I have a referral database, of 4 or 5 people that pass my name and business card in different industries. I have customers that I sell that I tap into their warm market for referrals. And then I have internet leads that my company generates, and those bring in leads. And then we have postcards that we send out. And then we have our installers hang door hangers around jobs that we install. And I think the most important is we have reviews. We have really great reviews on multiple different sources. And these attract traffic to our website where people can click a button and schedule an appointment. So lead generation is the first step in my sales mountain. The very next step is appointment setting, and there's multiple ways to have appointments set, but I feel the best way for me is to have either a CRM do this through autoresponder, or to have a system set up where you automate it. And what I like is we have a CRM app that when an appointment is generated, it creates an appointment in Google Calendar and it invites that prospect to the appointment, thus increasing the chances that they will keep the appointment because it will remind them beforehand. And people are creatures of habit, and when we make a commitment to somebody and we get reminded about that commitment, we instinctively want to keep that commitment. So I use Google Calendar. It's a free tool that really helps solidify that appointment. And I always send a text message or a phone call before the appointment. And this is starting the process of the very next step in the sales mountain, which is trust and rapport. So you want to be impeccable with your word and do what you say when you say you're going to do it, and show up on that appointment on time. Knock on that door for the appointment at the exact time you're supposed to be there. And please, if you're going to be late, let them know at least 30 minutes in advance, even if you think you're going to be 5 minutes late, because what that does is it lets the prospect know, hey, I'm human. I ran into a human problem, and I'm letting you know because I care about you, and they're going to appreciate that. There's been many times I've had sales reps lose appointments, and myself included. I've done this many times to where I thought I could be on time, and I sped to the appointment, and I was a few minutes late, and I didn't get the deal. And I don't know if that's the reason why, but on times where I was on time, or even if I was late and I let them know, I had a higher percentage chance of making that sale. Now, the very next step in your sales mountain is critical, and is absolutely paramount to differentiating yourself from other sales reps, and that is that of a consultant, somebody that cares about the other person's needs. So this is called identify customer needs. So to properly identify needs, you want to have a script. You want to have a set group of questions to ask to identify their buyer's fingerprint, but also find out their perceived and actual problem. And when you ask these questions and they answer these questions, you get them to be an active participant into identifying that they have a problem. Because if they do not have a problem and you just bombard them with features and benefits about your product, the chances are is that they're going to have to think about it. They're not going to know. You're going to put the ball in their court, and they're not going to really think that they have a problem or want to take action. So you want to uncover and discover their points of pain. So you want to uncover and discover their points of pain. And you do this by asking questions. And you don't want to respond. Once you ask a question, you want them to answer. And you want to wait until they're absolutely done answering that question. And then you want to repeat back to them their answer. And sometimes you may want to twist it just a little bit, because sometimes their answers may be that of an objection. So the way that you can do this, and I'm not saying to arm pull them, but what I'm saying is to repeat back to them the answer to their question as a question, and maybe throw in there a problem to where they can agree with you that it's a problem. I'm happy to elaborate on this in another video, because this is an entirely different topic, and this is objection handling. So the very next step in your sales mountain after you identify their needs is to share the benefits, and the benefits that you share with them, you want to correlate with the specific needs that they have. You don't want to overload this topic, but you want to just hit the sweet spot, hit the nail right on the head, and get really excited about your features and benefits. But you want to spend more time talking about the benefits and less time talking about the features. So once you share the benefits and you've delivered a rock solid presentation, the next step is trial closing the prospect. So you want to close them right here, and if you can, close them. But chances are what you're going to do is identify what their specific objections are. So if you've done a really great job, the chances are you're still going to have objections, but they're not going to be very many. They're going to be very pinpoint on what you're going to need to overcome. So the close is a natural conclusion to a well-delivered presentation. And the very next step after closing is objection handling. And even if they say yes, they may still have some concerns. And you want to address that once you help them and walk them through the process of doing business with you. And there's common concerns that a lot of people have, so you can layer this throughout your presentation. And the easiest way to overcome objections before they arise, in my experience, is storytelling.
So please come back to episode 3 of the Super Sales Podcast and learn more information about how to use storytelling to overcome objections, and most importantly, how to write your script. So thank you so much, and I will talk to you later. Bye.